My boyfriend brought his best friend on our road trip and she spent the entire time trying to break us up. My boyfriend decided to tell me the night before we left for our trip that he had decided to invite his best friend to come along without even asking me if it was okay first. At that point, I was just so annoyed and tired and I did not have the energy to pick a fight about it, so the next morning we picked her up at her house before starting our journey. The moment she got into my car, she had an attitude with me. As usual, she was super touchy-feely with my boyfriend and was barely acknowledging me in the slightest. I started to question why my boyfriend never seemed to register just how disrespectful his best friend behaved towards me, and only a couple hours into the road trip did I regret letting her into the car in the first place. His best friend just kept making excuses to touch him as well as making loads of inside jokes that made absolutely no sense to me but had my boyfriend howling with laughter. I started to feel like a third wheel within my own relationship. My boyfriend seemed to be more happy and entertained with her than he ever was with me. The longer we drove, the more tense I felt and the more I regretted not speaking up about her presence on the trip before we left. I felt my blood pressure rise with every state that we drove through. It just felt like his best friend was doing everything